It was it was at 14 initially before I put the
Oh,
wave
okay.
on there,
Oh, I see.
and then I put the wave on there, and it went up to like 18
Nice.
and
Okay.
18 and 24. Okay, so the Kia, all the Kia engines are notorious about burning oil, and I think it's the piston rings that they're just not lasting. So I put the Tribo Max in my wife's car, and it seems to be not burning oil like it did. I mean, does
Well, we
that
get
make
that.
sense?
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, it'll heal up around the piston rings and hold the oil back where it should be.
Mechanics say, look, well, we know this is a huge issue, and Kia goes, well, whatever. So what I'm doing, I'm talking to everyone's got a Kia car out there or Hyundai. I said, look, you know this, and the dealer's not going to do anything for you. So, well, we're just going to have to replace the engine. Okay, that's not an option. Let's do something to
That's right. That's
do
awesome.
that to help your car last longer, because I
That's the
mean,
basis of my passion behind this.
right. Because people just can't afford to buy a new car now. Not at $700-800 a month. Car payments. It's just unsustainable.
They're spending an average of 12,000 or more on fuel every year. Oil changes, general
That
maintenance
and
things to
and
make
general
it work.
maintenance. Yeah.
And so they pay $100 for a shot of Tribomax and not have to worry about a power steering pump, a rear gear
hmm
fail.
I saw this guy with a Honda. I didn't know it was Acura, and those cars are notorious for the power steering. To start squealing. The power steering rack start
Yes,
making
sir.
noises when
Oh
they
yeah.
turn left and right.
Mm-hmm.
So I asked him, I said, could I try something? I said, I think I've got something to help your car. So I put it in their power steering, the fluid reservoir. And about 10 minutes later, after he drove around the parking lot a couple times, it stopped squealing.
That's awesome.
I said,
I
you can
love this
thank me
stuff.
because I saved you about $1,000 on a power
Yeah.
steering rack.
Hey, what if I could reduce your bill by 10 times? Would
Right.
that help you? I mean, people love this
Especially
stuff.
here,
I get reviews all
especially
the time.
here where I live in Atlanta, the traffic is so crazy, and it's all stop and go all day.
Everything's heat soaked.
Right. And so because the wear and tear on these cars is tremendous, fleet vehicles, you name it. But let me tell you what this did, the throttle body modification what it did for my truck. I
Yeah.
saw a great throttle response, and everything worked great. I was getting about 18, 24 on my truck. It's a Ford. It's got a V6 in it. It was it was at 14 initially before I put the
Oh,
wave
okay.
on there,
Oh, I see.
and then I put the wave on there, and it went up to like 18
Nice.
and
Okay.
18 and 24
It went as high as 24.
on the highway.
Tell me about your other cars. So that was one of them. The Kia, is that
Uh,
a second one of yours that or that was your
well,
buddy's?
that's the second. That's my wife's car, but I've
Oh,
got
okay.
two other car. I've got two other cars. I got a Ford Escape treatments of Tripomax. Every time I go on a long trip, I had a
Yeah,
trip
I do the same.
to Columbus, Ohio. I put it before I left, and I got 35 miles a gallon on the highway, and it's
Wow.
a turbo Ford, the EcoBoost. And before I treat it with Tribal Max, the best I could get it was maybe 28 on the highway. Some of those EcoBoost cars, especially the F-150s, for those turbos getting starved of lubrication.
Usually a port right on top of the turbo
hmm
housing itself, where some people do it before they put a new turbo in, but depending on where it's at on the engine and how accessible it is, just unscrew that port and inject a 5 mil shot or a half of a 10 mil shot right into
hmm
it. Yeah, that would really help.
Yeah, and I've got to change my transmission fluid here soon in that Escape car shot of the Tribal Max in the transmission, because they did work well in my truck, because I noticed the shifting is much smoother, and it may have saved my transmission because those transmissions in those trucks are notorious by going out.
Helps circulate the fluid better and keep things cooler because this stuff withstands like 5,000 degrees.
It's got 183,000 miles on it. The transmission shop guy said, I'm surprised it lasted this long. And I had the fluid change. I put the Tribal Max,
Yeah.
and it feels like a new one.
Awesome, man. That's great to hear.
Cool.
Yeah, I know everybody else is going to love to hear it too.